They said fear makes people imagine things. They said what happened before was just panic, hysteria, rumor. But if everything was just imagination, explain why the hostel still breathes at 2:47 a.m., explain why mirrors fog, even when no one is standing in front of it. Explain why shadows move, even when there is no wind. And most of all, explain why Mira smiles when she has never smiled before. After that night, everyone acted normal. Teachers pretended nothing happened. The principal warned us, no more stories, no more fear. Anyone spreading nonsense will face punishment. But fear does not obey warnings. Darkness does not sign school rules. And Mira was no longer the same. Yes, she still didn't sleep, but this time she didn't look tired. Her eyes were calm, her face peaceful, her presence wrong. She didn't look like someone suffering. She looked like someone who had finally found comfort, not peace, power. 3 days later, the first girl vanished. No screams, no struggle, no sound. Her bed was still neat, her uniform still hanging, her pillow still warm. The school lied. She went home secretly. Her parents came crying. She never came home. And that night, 2:47 a.m., the hostel breathed louder. Her best friend, Nene, said she heard something that night. A whisper inside the wall, something that wasn't human, a voice that said, "One is not enough." She woke the next morning with deep scratch marks on her arm, marks from fingers that were never there. And when she showed Mira didn't panic. She didn't show pity. She just smiled slowly and whispered, "Relax. It hasn't chosen you yet." Those words burned more than the scratches. The school began to panic secretly. Prayers, fasting, night meetings. They locked Mira in the clinic. They shouted at her. They begged her. One teacher slapped her. Mira simply blinked and whispered, "You shouldn't have done that." That same night, that teacher's son in another town woke up screaming. Something was sitting on his chest. Something whispered, "Your father touched what carries me." By morning, the teacher resigned and disappeared. Another girl vanished. Same silence, same warmth left behind, except this time, words appeared on the wall, not written with pen, not carved, like fingers dragging through fog, even though there was no fog. 3 words let me wake. We screamed, we cried, we prayed. The principal said students were faking disappearances. But tell me, how do you fake erasing yourself from existence? We decided to watch Mira, not because we were brave, because fear had reached its limit. 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 2:47 a.m. The air froze. We could see our breath in a Nigerian hostel. The hostel exhaled. Mira stood up. Not weak, not tired, not possessed. Regal. Her eyes, black. She walked to the empty bed of the first missing girl, touched the pillow, and smiled. She dreams beautifully. We ran. The door refused to open. The windows sealed. We were trapped inside something living, inside a stomach, and it was ready to digest. Then, something spoke. Not through Mira, not through sound, inside our minds. Ancient, patient, hungry. Humans do not fear the dark because they cannot see. They fear the dark because something in the dark can finally see them. It wasn't a ghost, not a demon, not anything holy water could burn. It was older, a primordial sleeper, a being that feeds on dreams, fear, and the thin line between sleeping and waking. It didn't want the world, it wanted access to it. Mira wasn't a victim, she was a door. Then something impossible happened. Mira cried, not in fear, in relief. She whispered, "Please, I can't keep fighting, I'm human. Humans are meant to sleep." Her voice broke, her body trembled. She closed her eyes, and for the second time in a long time, Mira finally slept. And when she did, the world changed. Because last time she slept, we thought it was mercy. Now we realized it was negotiation. This sleep was agreement. The walls stretched, the air pulsed, reality bent. Something woke. Not fully, not completely, just enough to exist. Just enough to test life again, just enough to want more. Morning came. Mira is still asleep, peaceful, breathing softly. The missing girls? Still gone. But sometimes, we hear laughter in the walls, not human, and every night. At 2:47 a.m., the hostel still breathes. Now I'm scared of something bigger. Because if this is what happens when it is almost awake, what happens the day Mira never wakes up again? Or worse, the day she wakes up, but something else opens its eyes through her? If you want part 3, comment. Wake it fully, because next time, it won't stay inside the hostel. It will want the school, the town, and tonight. Don't sleep, because if you do, something might dream you instead. Like, subscribe, so you won't miss the next part.